What do children usually like? He suddenly asked, and everyone stopped talking and looked at the boss. Many people were thoughts that they misheard it. What did young Master Jones say just now? Jungkook's mind was full of thoughts of buying gifts for his son, so he blurted out naturally, "What do children like?" Most of shareholders already have children and grandchildren. They are not retired yet. They have been played with children and definitely know what children likes. Some looked at each other in disbelief, like they're discussing, and suddenly children's things came. Like did he, the boss, wanted to launch new business for children. John, are you going to buy gifts for children? One of middle-aged man asked, sensing something. Yes, Jungkook nodded. Well, then you should buy cute things. Children likes them the most. Cute? He was confused. Like dolls. My wife often buys for my daughter. Daughter? He suddenly felt that having daughter is not bad, but your child is boy. People there started to give many ideas as director seems interested on it and everyone wanted to impress him. Can Director John tell us if you wanted to buy gifts for a boy or girl? Cause they have huge difference liking things. Boy, children knew how to play things on their own way of liking. Choi Chong-ho, Jungkook called and he straightened his posture. Huh? Looking surprised? Note what they said. People started and Jong-ho started to note as much as he could. And at the end, all people went out and Jong-ho passes the note. That's all. Jong-ho nodded. Okay then, make a list and buy them. You want me to buy all these things? Jong-ho was confused. Like literally there is 50 plus items. Name on the list. Remote control, small car, small bike, Iron Man, etc. Jungkook raised his eyebrow. Why is this not enough? Buy a gift for my son? Is there a problem? Jongho's lips trembled as if he heard something incredible, like buying all these things at once. Many items was same, just that their name is different. However, since it was Jungkook's order, Jongho could not go against it. What's wrong with Director John? He suddenly asked for children's items. Could it be that he really have son? People in the company started to doubt. Some even thought that maybe Jungkook sent his child to their relatives. Maybe he keep it a secret. That's why no one got to know about it till now. Some women employees came to gossip. When they saw Jongho, they couldn't hold themselves and asked Assistant Choi, does President John have a son? Jongho's eyes were different and snorted slightly. Why don't you ask him yourself if you really want to know? They back up. How could they have the guts? Since you guys don't dare to ask, don't ask me to. If you guys are scared, then I'm scared too. Then he walked towards elevator with list. Curious women sighed heavily. What a pity. Director John don't even glance at them. Jongho bought everything that Jungkook asked him to. Only then he realized that his car was full and all the gifts couldn't be stuffed anymore. Therefore he sent some goods by a small truck directly towards the residential area. Jungkook stood looking at truck and car full of gifts. These are the things, Jongho nodded, swallowing mouthful saliva subconsciously. Yes, Director John, see if there are anything else you wanted to. Looking at the things, Jungkook's lips twitched. He had heard everyone's thoughts and he was beaming with joy, but now looking at mountain of things. He didn't expect the old people to be childish. Do children like this? Like many things, where to put these all? He had never been a father. So he will just keep all this. If child didn't like it, then he will gonna change to another. Children are children after. How not to melt after seeing these all things at once? Thinking about this, Jungkook's lips curled up. His future son gonna be happy. He wanted to unwrap his future son these things in front of him and see how much he will be happy. Jungho at the side looked at Jungkook, who had a smile on his lips. Moreover, this smile was like a father. It was very normal things to common person, but it looked new on Jungkook, cause no one saw him like this. Happy person and careful. After some work, you went to fetch Rowoon. There was still some time as you came early. You missed him so much that you couldn't wait to see him. When you came, you saw a familiar figure waiting there as well, leaning against wall. Wearing white shirt, he looked thin. However, his handsome face attracted many women there present. When you saw him, you recalled the scene of him beaten by Jungkook few days ago. At that time, the corner of his mouth was injured. You didn't know whether his injuries were serious or not. You didn't saw him for a few times when his gaze catch your figure. It lingered on you when he walked where you are. You don't move and raise your head to look up at him. It was fine to not see, but when you take a look, you are shocked he have a beaten purplish mark on his face and his face was little pale, looking different than usual, even though his handsomeness can't be covered up. That day, Jungkook really hit him hard. Seeing you surprised, he smiled bitterly. It's not easy for him to see you anymore. He have to wait and wait. Can I talk to you? There is still some time left. You looked around, go there and talk. You walked first and Jungan followed you. I'm sorry about what happened that day. You apologized. I didn't know he would come and became violent this much. Are you apologizing to me? The miserable smile on his face made him look sad. You almost couldn't see him in the face. It was him who attacked. Now you're apologizing. Does that mean you already accepted him? You bite your lower lips and recalled his confession. First, you thought that he was getting closer to you because of Jungkook, then slowly doubts became clear. So if you don't clear him, then it would be unfair. So you nodded honestly. The string that he had tightened was completely broken. The hope he have collapsed just like that. He couldn't bear it. Suddenly he grabbed your shoulders like madman. Why? Why you still wanted to be with him? What's better about him than me? Have you forgotten all the things he had done in the past? You were shocked by his sudden outburst. You felt the pain on your shoulders. The anger in his tone was different than gentle him. You had never seen him like this, so it makes you a little scared. You, what are you doing? Your face paled a little. What am I doing? He smiled in pain. What else you think I can do? I have waited for you for long, and you didn't even want to take a look at me. But he had done so many things to hurt you, but now you are returned to his side. Cause I love him. You tried to push his shoulder. You love him. He was lost in thoughts, but again he tightly grasped your shoulders. Tell me, what do you exactly like about him? I can change which point I lose to him. You frowned and pushed him. This is not about you losing to him. It has nothing with you that I love him. Even in the past, I treated you as my big brother, and still I was with him even in the past. But I'm not your brother, he interrupted and became emotional. If you think of me as brother, only then why would you reject when I try to help you? You think of me as a man, didn't you? Yes, maybe. A man who you spent a one night with. These thoughts really passed into your mind once. He hurt you so much, Ryan, and you returned to him. What about me? Can't you share a trace of pity with me? Since the day he got to know that he didn't have his single things, that can call his own, but all the things were taste of John Jungkook's. It burns him. Family, house, and even lover, all the things were belongs to John Jungkook. Even old Master John asked to spy on Jungkook. The feelings of grandfathers can't be ignored. Real hire gonna always take its place no matter what. So he back up himself and try to make his own things. He wants someone to value him too. So now he doesn't put the surname of his father John anymore. All he had was his mother's surname on him, Yoon. Nothing he wants in his life but you. Something about you made him fall for you harder. Even in the past, his feelings were real. Love is not pity, it can't be shared. You whispers shout. He looked fainted as if he was being tortured. Your heart was beating full in fear. Why? When he tried to touch you, you shrugged your hand and walked away. In the next second, you heard the person falling down on the ground. You immediately looked back and saw him laying down. His face was pale and he looked weak. He was stunned and squatted down. What happened to you? He was sweating. He weakly held your corner of clothes. Don't be with him. He won't be good to you. He, stop talking. What's wrong with you? Can someone please call the ambulance? People surrounded and someone called the ambulance. You saw his situation being much worse. You have no idea what's going with him. You felt that you're really in trouble. Hold a little bit, ambulance is coming. He held your hand. No, I'm not going hospital. You will walked away after that. Promise me you will accompany to the hospitality. Seeing him like this, you felt Jungkook was little impulsive. After all, it was him who beat Jonghan. He had no one to rely on. How on earth? Where are you feeling uncomfortable? You wanted to pull yourself but feels like you are a bad person. So you could only hold him till ambulance arrived. Mummy, Rowan ran towards you, Ronnie. He walked towards you and snuggled up to you, then looked at the man leaning against wall, holding his mother's hand, looking weak. Hey, what's wrong with Uncle? Uncle is not feeling well, so wait for a while till ambulance come, okay? Rowan nodded. Of course, I will wait with Mummy. We're so happy to have understanding son. Jonghan weakly smiles Rowan. Uncle, hello, how are you? He bowed as he greeted. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that I can't take you to eat sweet foods today. It's okay, Uncle. Rowan looked at him innocently, but without extra emotions. Uncle is not feeling well. Please close your eyes and rest. I and Mummy will accompany Uncle. Looking at the face that was exactly like Jungkook's made Jonghan very upset, but even though he forced a smile, when ambulance came, they bring Jonghan and asked for family members, but Rowan thoughtfully denied being any family members or relatives. I and Mummy just accompanied Uncle, we are not his family members. Nurse was in awe, looking at smart child and waved her hand and ambulance drove away. Why you did that? He questions what I did. We are not Uncle's family members. Isn't it truth? He was looking so innocent, acting like spoiled child while pouting. Indeed, you guys are not family members, even though you still wanted to go and take a look if he is okay. You're about to go, but Jenny came to pick Rowan up. Hey, why are you here? Jenny coughed a little. I thought you will be Director John. You're not allowed to snatch Rowan away from me. We have a dinner appointment with your brother tonight. You raise your brow. Is he your military advisor? Jenny was embarrassed, but she nodded. He is much suitable to be military counselor in front of your brother. You laughed. All right then, in returning your military advisor, remember to bring him early to rest. I will, since they have another appointment with Sokjin. So Rowan naturally went with Jenny as promised, and you went to hospital. After telling them about it, on the way you called Jonghan's manager to come to hospital, and you waited him beside the entrance and walked together inside after middleman arrived. What happened? I don't know, he just fell down suddenly. He was questioning and you were answering as much you know. The sudden phone call made you abruptly stopped walking when you saw Jungkook's name on the screen. Miss Kim? Sorry, manager name. I will take the call. You should go first. Hospital was crowded with people, so you ran to quiet place to talk. Hello, where are you? He sounded lazy. I'm on my way home. Okay, then I'm waiting for you at the entrance of residence. What? You swallowed your saliva, but it will take a time to arrive there. Don't wait there. How long it will take you to come here? You looked around and saw manager gazing you. About 20 minutes. You bite your lower lips. 20 minutes. He sounded dissatisfied. You quickly explained, I passed by the supermarket and wanted to buy some ingredients. You are already at the residence. Can't you go and wait for me at your apartment? Which supermarket? I will pick you up. No need, you anxiously rejected. If came to pick you up, then wouldn't you be discovered? You took a deep breath to calm down. You don't have to come. I will buy very quick and come. Just go and rest. I will come to find you later. Other side was silent for long, then he finally agreed, okay. After hanging the phone, you clutched your heart, feeling guilty about lying. But how could you dare to tell the truth to him according to his violent temper? He would probably rushed here without saying anything, and if he find out that you came here to take a look at Jungan, then matter will be complicated. Although you knew that you shouldn't visit Jungan, but you can't be cruel. He falls down in front of you, so you tell yourself as long as doctor confirmed that he is out of danger, then you would immediately rush back to Jungkook. Miss Kim, is there anything you have to do? Manager walked towards you. No, it's my family. What's the matter?